We got to start with what happened last night, guys, because it was a double overtime thriller in Boston. Lou Will led the Clippers 35 points, but wasn't enough to beat the Celtics because they were led by Jayson Tatum, dropping 39 points. The Clippers, guys, have lost 3 of their last 4 games on the road. Paul George only playing 15 minutes last night. He left with a hamstring injury in the second quarter. And T-Mac, remember, he had a hamstring injury that caused him to miss 10 games earlier in this season. Are you starting to worry at all about the Clippers as they head into the All-Star break? Because we're about at the 2/3 mark.
Yeah, I'm not worried. However, Paul George needs to really take some time off and heal that hamstring. I mean, I have them to win the championship. In order for them to do that, Paul George has to be healthy. With that being said, if this is a lingering injury for him, there's no way they can win a championship. So he needs to take all the time that he possibly can, get fully healed, and they need to stretch together, he and Kawhi,
well, that's
about
the problem.
20
so
games.
you're saying he needs to sit out a little bit and get fully healed, but they don't play together that much.
I think with the All-Star break and maybe a week or 2 after that, you know, he should be healed. So that's about 3 weeks. If he's not healed by then it's going to be real tough for him to play a stretch of games with the team, get acclimated, and have some sort of chemistry going into the playoffs. But if that's a lingering effect, there's no way they win the championship.
You know what? I went into the season really thinking that Kawhi may be the guy that they have to worry about. You know, he plays every other game. He don't play back-to-back games. So I was thinking that was the concern. But for Paul George, his injuries have surprised me this season. I know he's had a lot of injuries over his career. But I thought coming to L.A., coming home, beautiful weather, not as much pressure on you. You're playing with Kawhi. You're playing with other guys, Lou Williams. But he has to take care of his body. But for me, I'm not really worried about the Clippers right now. I still think they got 2 months of basketball to still bond and gel and get guys healthy.
These 9 days are important, 9 days off. A lot of teams have 8 or 9. I think the 8 days off for Toronto are going to be important given the grind they just went through. But for the Clippers, with these injuries, it's interesting because Doc has said, you know, I think he talked about 12 or 15 games the other. And Tracy, you were saying something very similar. You want to see a 15 or 18 game stretch where those guys play, and they're going to have to get that. Now, I know we're talking about now 28, 29 games left for most teams. So how long can he take off, or how long can they manage his minutes in game, not aggravate that injury, and still get that unit together like they're going to need to? Because, look, the West is tough. We keep talking about L.A. If the Clippers aren't right, and I'm like you, because I think that they will win the championship, but they could get beat by Denver in a second-round match. They could get beat by Utah.
They could face the Lakers in the second round.
They could face if they go 1-4. Absolutely, but I'm like you guys. I mean, they need to be both healthy and playing together, and they need a favorable matchup if they're not.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.